Absolutely. Winter is yin. The Yellow Emperor's Classic I mentioned, the ancient Bible of Chinese medicine, says, and this is good news to all of us, in winter get up late. Yeah? Get up late, be quiet, be more internal, restore, nourish yourself, slightly hibernate, don't make plans for exciting new ventures. We may not want to observe all of it. This is just take what we want from that, you know. And then in summer, rise early, stay up late, get lots of sun, be very active. So yes, adapting ourselves to the climate is absolutely part of this tradition. Yeah.
I just wanted to comment that I'm really glad you said about the 18 months thing, because I stopped doing my Qigong after 11 months. 11 months because I thought, well, it's not doing anything. And then I started again, thankfully, 2 months later, which was exactly a year since I started originally. And suddenly, it was, you know, things were happening.
You suddenly got it.
Yeah. So I just think that's key, actually, to give that information. It will take, you know, it will take a long time. Yeah.
Someone that's drawn to yang type exercise and overexertion, can you balance that out with yin practices, or is it reaching a point where you learn not to overexert?
Look, we're all different, and we have to follow, there's not one recipe for everybody. So some people really want to move a lot and exercise a lot, and as long as it's not pathological, as long as it hasn't got an addictive quality or an obsessive quality, there's nothing wrong with that. But it is also good because the whole idea of yin and yang is we play with both. We play flexibly with both. It's not an absolute rigid point, you know, and we work with them. But it's also good to cultivate yin as well. So in whatever way makes sense to you, you know. So one way, for example, is to be very mindful. Like we can run. Do you run, for example? Yeah. So you can run and you can be thinking about all kinds of things. And some people run, but they hate running. So they're trying really hard not to be where they are. They're trying to think about other things. But you can just be fully present. You can be fully aware of each foot as it goes on the ground. Fully aware of your body. That is an internal practice. So that will modify and balance if you've got a tendency to be a bit extreme at the other end. That's what I would say. Yeah. Quiet mind. Yeah. Any other?
Yeah, you talked a little bit about the difference between practicing yoga and Tai Chi and how yoga is perhaps more popular. And you put that down partly to people's expectations when they go to a yoga class versus a Tai Chi class. For someone who's never done Tai Chi or Qigong, what would you say to them to kind of set their expectations of what they might feel, understand, experience during their first couple of hours of ever doing an internal art?
Okay, did you hear the question? Yes. I think, you know, one observation I have is that many people nowadays feel stressed. Yes? I think the idea of relaxation and chilling and calming the mind is probably one of the most attractive things to people because modern life is pretty stressful in all kinds of ways. So I think perhaps, you know, one selling point, and that is the same with yoga, but one selling point of Qigong and Tai Chi is the idea that we take this, I love the word cultivation. You know, we cultivate a garden so that it grows beautifully. So self-cultivation, we cultivate, in this case, the selling point is we cultivate our mind. We take some time deliberately out of the melee of ordinary daily life to be quiet, to be still, to be centered, to be absorbed, internally absorbed, So for a lot of people, I think that's quite attractive. But then otherwise, if they still find it unpersuasive, I promise them sexual success, wealth, fame, you know, that usually works on some people anyway. Okay, I think we'll end there. Thanks very much for coming. Thank you.